Hey, I'm AnnRileyCaldwell. I'm here to walk you through the home selling process so that we can help get your home sold for the highest amount possible. Other terms met that you need met so that you're able to be excited and get ready to go on whatever the next step to your journey is. I can't wait to find out what that is. So I can't wait to talk to you so that we can start talking about what it's going to take to successfully sell your home. Okay, so the first step on the home buying journey is meeting with a real estate professional. That would be me, AnnRileyCaldwell, not your ordinary agent. So anyway, just to make that clear. But I am so excited because I love to find out the why behind what it is that people are trying to accomplish with their real estate goals. And I'm here to make the home selling process as easy as absolutely possible, to give you the best guidance, the best counsel, so that you can make the best decisions for you and we can get your home sold in a timely manner, maximizing your profit and helping you move forward into whatever it is that you're trying to do next. There's so much to talk about when we first meet, I have to say. We've got some documents to go over. We need to look at your house. One of the most important things, everybody wants to go straight to what can I get for my house? That is extremely important. We're going to talk about that. In order to determine what you should list your home for, we are going to look at the market. We're going to look at the competition. We're going to look at other similar houses that have sold in and around your neighborhood within the last, hopefully 3 to 6 months, depending on what the market's doing. We're going to talk about the psychology of buyers. I work with buyers all the time, which is great for you because I know how they think. I know what they're looking for. I know what they're probably going to like, what they're probably going to have questions about. I'm going to help you prepare as much as possible to make sure that we are attracting as many buyers as possible, that we have answers to what their most likely questions are, that we get in front of any potential issues that there might be, that we do everything that we can to present your home in the best light possible and help you maximize your money. I also am great at marketing. So one of the things I bring to the table is an entire marketing team, which I'll talk about just a little bit more, but that's one of the things I get most excited about, because the more people that see your home, at least online, because that's how most people are looking, and the better presentation of your home that we have online, which is another thing that I love to do and make sure it looks amazing so that you can get as many interested buyers as possible thinking about your home as their next new home. That is the goal. Again, that is going to be the best way to maximize the amount of money and to also take into account time frames and other considerations of things that you might have going on in your life that also need to be part of the equation. When we first meet, I'm going to answer any questions that you have. I'm going to be there to guide you in next steps, go over a purchase and sale agreement with you so that you know the key negotiating points so that you can read it when they start to come in. Hopefully we have more than one. We'll see what the market's doing at the time. I like for you to be prepared, to be able to answer questions, to be able to sort of have an idea of what negotiations might look like, and be able to just get as much taken care of up front as we possibly can so that our conversations can be a little bit quicker when offers come in, so that you already have your basic questions answered and are really just negotiating about the specific offer points at that point in time. There's also some things that we need to talk about what's staying at your house, what you're going to take with you. There are things in the purchase and sale agreement we need to go over that unless we tell a buyer that you're taking it, it has to stay. There are some things early on that the purchase and sale agreement actually makes a difference, and we need to just make sure that we are going through all of those details. We also have paperwork to do together for me to be able to list your home, so we'll be going through all of that together in person. Once we have kind of gotten through the paperwork and we've talked about potential pricing, one of the next things that we want to do is take a look at your home and make some decisions as to whether you're going to make any changes to anything up front, whether you're going to fix anything, if there are things that you could be doing to make your home more appealing. You know, there's really two sets of things, which I don't know know that a lot of agents always talk about. There's one set of things that you might want to do just to make your home appeal to the most buyers possible, because getting into a potential multiple offer situation is usually one of the best ways to get more money for your home. But, addressing what it is to make your home look great and be sort of competitive with other homes that are on the market that those same buyers are likely looking at is one part of the equation. And then the other part of the equation is there anything that you can be doing to your home that can actually help raise the value of it, the price of it, the appraisal of it. So there's some things that are we just want to make it as competitive as possible so people choose your home. And then there's also things that we'll look at to see if there's a way for you to increase the price that you would potentially get for your home. Okay, within the preparation of your home, I'm going to be bringing out a professional photographer who's going to be doing amazing pictures, who's going to do a 3D walkthrough to make it really easy for people to know what the layout of your home looks like. I'm going to be coming in and doing video with your permission to do a walkthrough video, if that's okay with you. I'm all about marketing. I have a marketing team. We get it out all over social media platforms. We do multiple posts about your home. We feature different things about your home. Again, we have videos and professional photos that we use. I also typically run Facebook ads. So those are all things that we will be talking about. What's going on in the market, what's going to make you stand out, what's going to be the most effective to try to get your home in front of as many buyers as possible, in addition to just having it listed on what we call the MLS, which will then go out to the typical websites that most people are accustomed to finding homes on. Once everything's all ready, then we're going to list your home. So it's going to go up on the MLS. It's going to go out to social media. People are going to know that your home is for sale. We'll talk about whether or not to do open houses. We'll talk about ways that you could potentially spread the word on social media if that's something that you would like to do. I have a whole plan that we'll talk about in more detail that I do from a marketing standpoint, and then we will unleash it to the world. Once we unleash it, one of the things we'll be talking about is days and times that it's okay for people to come see it. I'll be working with you to coordinate showing so that buyers can come in with their agents to take a look at it. We'll be having people at that point asking questions, so I'll continue to gather information from you to be able to help buyers write the best offer possible and feel comfortable with moving forward in the process, make things as easy as I possibly can, provide them with as much information. I just like it to go smoothly. I like everybody to know as much stuff up front as possible. I like to ask the listing agent questions so that we get all the questions answered on your side as the seller, so that hopefully we don't run into any surprises or anything unexpected along the way, so that if you do accept someone's offer, we have a really, really high likelihood of getting to closing and not having to put the home back on the market. Sometimes that's going to happen, but again, I'm here to consult with you, to guide you, to take care of all those things, and to make sure that at the end of the day, you get to a closing. If it can be the first one, that's great. When an offer comes in, one of the things I love using my legal and financial background to do is to obviously walk you through all of the specifics, all of the terms of it, things that we've talked about already, new things that may come up that we haven't talked about, and really help you decide if this is an offer that you want to accept as it is, if it is an offer you want to counter, which means you like most of it, but you want to make a few changes to it, one or more, or if it's an offer that you should reject and we should wait for other offers. If multiple offers come in, then I'm helping you look at those offers, compare those offers on every single detail, explaining to you if certain things matter, why they matter, things that you should take into account. So there's a whole process that we would go through if more than one offer comes in close together, so that I can help you decide if you want to take one over the other or neither, and what we're going to do moving on from there. Once we go under contract, everybody agrees, you get an offer that you like, an offer that we were able to successfully negotiate, everybody signs it. Now we're moving forward. So then I will walk you through the next steps of what's going to happen in that process, what the buyers are going to be doing, what that means that you need to be doing. The buyers are going to be putting down an earnest money deposit, a good faith deposit with a company that's going to hold it, so that if anything goes wrong and the buyers walk away for a reason that is not contractually allowed. You would be able to keep that earnest money. If they walk away for a reason that's valid, then they will take that earnest money back with them. So we will talk about what all that means. If they're going to do home inspections, then we'll be talking about what you need to do to make sure your home is ready for those inspections. We'll be negotiating potentially about any repairs that might need to be done in order for the buyer to be happy to continue forward. If the buyer's not waiving inspections or doing it as a pass-fail, again, all those things that we will talk about right before they happen. But there are a number of things going on, and it just depends on deal specifics. So that is where I'm here to help explain all that to you as we get to it. Also, if everything goes well with the inspection, an appraiser will be coming out to your home. Typically, you'll know when they're coming. We'll find out if they need to come into the home and look at anything, or if they're just going to look at it from the outside. We'll walk through what that means, but they're going to come out and put a value on your home, which is what the lender for the buyer is going to use in order to determine the loan amount for the buyer. So that is a part of the process that happens. There are a few things that happen kind of up front, and then on the seller side, things kind of get really quiet for a while if we make it through inspection periods and some things that happen usually within the first 10 to 14 days. And then we have things to look at and talk about right before closing. Mostly financial. There will be an ALTA statement that will be prepared by a title company. The title company is helping check title. They're making sure that you are aware of anything that might be owed on your home, any issues with the title or the ownership. One of my specialties with my legal background and financial background is in some circumstances, there might be a foreclosure proceeding, there might be someone that passed away, maybe even several years ago that never got dealt with. If any of that comes up, then I will be here to walk through that with you, with attorneys and with the title company and with other relevant parties. It's one of the things I specialize in. But in most transactions, it's pretty simple. If you have a mortgage, your mortgage will have to be paid off at closing. If there's any other questions that come up, then we will just deal with them as the title company brings them to our attention. But most of the time, most people just have a mortgage on their home, if even that. If you've already paid off your mortgage, then it becomes even easier if there's no issues as far as ownership goes. So we're walking through all that process. I'm constantly talking to the buyer's agent, checking in with the lender, making sure everything is going well on their side, that they are progressing, moving forward, that there are no issues that they need assistance with or questions that they need answered. Our whole goal is to get you to closing, you can give them the keys, and then you're able to move on to whatever your next is. So right before closing, we're going to get an ALTA statement that's going to lay out every single penny of the transaction, what's getting paid off at closing, what's getting prorated at closing, like taxes, if there's any HOA dues, if there's any transfer of HOA fees, like all that. We're just making sure that the right parties are paying for what they agreed to pay for per the contract, and we're making sure that any liens on the property are going to get paid off. Everybody goes and signs documents. We usually do that in person. If for some reason you live out of state or there's anything going on where you're not going to be here, you can do something called a mail-away closing. A notary can come meet you. There's a number of things. Again, that's part of what I help navigate. Also on the buyer side, if there's any issues and they're not in town, then I'm helping make sure that all of that is handled and taken care of so that the closing happens on the day that it is supposed to. You will get your money, your proceeds, once all the documents have been signed, the lender is happy on the buyer side, and everything goes through. So you get to take your money if you have equity in your home, of course, and celebrate and move on. I may be helping you buy a new home, in which case we might be doing 2 closings in the same day. If we can coordinate that so that you can get your money in from your one home and then send it back over to be able to buy your next home, then that might be something that we're working on, in which case my home buying process video would be for you too. But anyway, I'm here to consult with you, to help market your home, to help you through the entire process, to answer any questions, to work with all the different people that are involved in the process to make sure that you're making the best decisions for you along the way. I can't wait to help you get to closing and get your money and either buy a new home or move out of state or do whatever it is that you're doing. I can't wait to see you and find out more along the way of what your next looks like. Hey, if you like this video and you want to see more, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Feel free. I would love it if you would give me a thumbs up, if you would like it, if you would comment. If you have other people thinking about buying or selling a home, please feel free to share my videos with them. That would be fantastic. I can't wait to talk to you and see what we're going to do to help you get your home sold.